Chapter 31. A dog, a boyfriend, and a bar. Now it was my turn to get a dog from the grocery store parking lot, and I named her Joey. Her face was split light brown to white right down the center of her face. She was pretty cute. I heard the landlord was headed over, so I took the new puppy to a friend's house, and he kept it for the rest of the day. When I returned, I met my future husband. We brought a party home to the house. There were about 7 or 8 of us and the new puppy. One of the girls wanted a fried cheese sandwich, so I let her make one in the kitchen. Now, I can make a fried cheese sandwich in my sleep, and I never imagined not being able to make one. I seriously couldn't imagine someone who couldn't make a fried cheese sandwich. I set out the equipment and the food and walked away. I was back in the living room when we noticed smoke rolling out of the kitchen. What the heck was she doing? Well, folks, she was frying the cheese. What? I was over the moon flabbergasted. Don looked up and said, "Honey, you need a sugar daddy to get through life." I thought that was super funny of him and super stupid of her. Oh, those poor city kids, they can't get out of a paper bag. Don and I started hanging out. He gave me crabs. I had to go home that weekend, and while I was sitting at the table talking to my mother, I felt something by my ear and dug it out with my nail. I got something off my skin and brought it down into view to see it was a crab. I mashed it between my fingers and flicked it into the ashtray right in front of my unsuspecting mother. I lit a cigarette and burned the crab up. Am I sweating now, I wonder? Don and his friends introduced me to the Blackstone Bar. The first night I went, the federal government was changing some drug laws, and Quaaludes, a popular downer, was being made illegal the next day. The bar was full of bikers, and they were meeting everyone at the door and making them take a Quaalude. I didn't want to do this. I'd never taken anything like it and thought it was stupid. They convinced me to eat half of one. While I was arguing with one biker, the others were busy flipping the pool table up against the wall on its side. The owner came back and really bitched about it, and the bikers put the table back. All this was happening, and I started feeling weird and told my friends I should go. One of my girlfriends agreed, and we started to walk home. We started laughing because both of us really wanted to just lie down and sleep. At one point, she grabbed a little sapling to brace herself, and it bent away, taking her with it, and we laughed. We were starting to worry when we were making a spectacle of ourselves. When we got home, I slept for 12 hours. I felt great in the morning, except it was weird. My days really started to speed up. Everything was so exciting and new. Don and his friends played old-time music. For me, this was newer than the Civil War music we had at home, so I was in hog heaven. A lot of our friends were experimenting with new foods and new food production and new ways to distribute foods. 2 friends started a general store, and others were working on a food cooperative. This was a new concept to me and the others as well. A co-op was formed, and they found a storefront and got a lease. Next, they intended to buy food from the Ann Arbor Food Co-op. After a few calls, it was determined the Ann Arbor Food Co-op would do this if they had tires on their delivery truck. They had a truck, but it was not roadworthy. They needed $335 for new tires. That was a lot of money, but we were all willing to join in for the fight. Don and his crew were willing and able to play music for money. In fact, they relished the idea. Since McAvoy, the owner of the Blackstone Bar, let the bikers pass out Quaaludes at the door of the bar, we thought, maybe he would let us collect a $1 entrance fee for the betterment of the food co-op. He agreed, and we flooded the bar with beer and drinkers, hippies, and musicians. McAvoy was in heaven. He brought in some beer distributors who wanted to push Heineken beer, and they passed them out for free and got almost all the boys drinking his beer. I was not happy, as there was nothing worse, and I mean nothing worse, than a Heineken fart. At the time, I had a friend cooking in the kitchen alongside with the best pizza chef this side of Mississippi, Rocky. Rocky was an old man when we took over the bar. We loved Rocky, and Rocky loved us. We made sure Rocky got good tips, and he made sure we ate the best pizza on earth. It was a great symbiotic relationship. We had a girlfriend behind the bar, Noonie, who kept the beer flowing and the laughter running as thick as the foam on top of cheap beer. By luck, we would have the bar owner drunk at the end of the bar by 10 p.m. Everything was easier that way. The world was in order.